with us.
Yeah, we're going to have your code and your ticker on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
Right. I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right? And
well, because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
People do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over. Right. You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome.
Dude, it sounds
well.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick. That's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free,
right?
By rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. I just realized I didn't get my mic set up, so I'll have to do that now. Let's do that and get on with the show. And no stream today, as you can see in the title of the video, so we won't be doing a stream. I hope you guys enjoy the no stream. So there we go, bit of irony today, bit of craziness. Let's get into it. So just going to get this mic set up properly. Get into the chat, make it lively. If you're new to the channels, subscribe, and of course smash the like button, hit the bell on the way in. It really does help with the algorithms. Let's go. And of course we had a nice little big green day yesterday. Talk more about that when we come up to Richard Hart's comment on yesterday's pump. It should be pretty cool. And let's go for gold on that. So who we got in the house? We got Wookie in the house, nice and early. Oh, only just Wookie in the chat, yeah? Just you, Wookie. Wookie is ahead of the game today. You are indeed. And of course, a big welcome to everybody on Hex Token channel. Big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to everybody on Pulsechain X channel. And a big shout out to everybody on Superman Crypto. And of course, we're streaming to 3 channels, YouTube channels, over 10,500 subscribers. So big shout out to everybody. Property View in the house there. Great channel. Hey, Property View, appreciate that. Big shout out. Now, if you guys haven't seen Property View channel, covers multi-million-dollar mansions. So great review there. Big shout out from Australia. There. Check out Property View if you like big giant mansions being reviewed. Pretty cool. DJ Bomb in the house there. Hey DJ, welcome. Yeah, let's go. Let's be strong on today. We're gonna have a little good time. All right, should we get into it? Let's get into it. Get into the chat, as I say. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Get into Discord. Our links in the video description for Discord. Jump in there as well. We've got general Discord membership, Pulsechain Hex, and of course that's $5 a month, 16 cents a day. And we've also got the Strategy Club. That's $35 a month. Jump in that, multi-chain opportunities. Get in there. And of course we've been covering a little bit of a teasers around that on the Bitcoin network with runes. So we've been covering that a bit. Brennan says a clickbait thumbnail. It is a bit of a clickbait there, Brennan. A bit of a clickbait there indeed. We're live. We are indeed live. We are crazy live here. All right, let's get into it. We've got lots to talk about. So let's bring in the stock market to start off with. Stock market's been on a tear as well, like crypto and stock market doing pretty well. The S&P 500 ends just lower as May jobs report looms. So that's coming Friday, right, US time. So this is the results for Thursday in the United States. And I don't know if you guys saw, but SpaceX had their fourth flight of the Starship last night. That was pretty awesome. If you haven't checked out those videos, definitely check it out. Pretty successful mission. One of the little wings on it started to burn off a little bit, but other than that, they were pretty successful there as well. Landing the booster in the ocean, and the actual Starship itself, managed to go horizontal and then vertical again just at the right time. So pretty good landing as well. So not bad there for SpaceX. Now, we've got a few things in the market, so let's get into it. We've got the Dow Jones, the top 30 industrials, up 0.2%, 79 points to 38,886. So the industrial firm's doing pretty well today. S&P 500 pretty flat today, down 1 point to 5,352, and the Nasdaq flat as well, down 17 points to 17,170. That's got all the tech companies in, of course. Jump to commodities. What do we got there? West Texas is up a little bit, 0.2%, $75.71, and Brent oil at $80. So just managed to get over $80 there on Brent oil, and that's up just 6 cents. Gold at the moment is up 0.2%, $4.25 to $2,395, and silver there is up 0.15%, 5 cents to $31.41. Now we're expecting big things, of course, for these silver and gold potentially, particularly silver, with interest rate pivots maybe later in the end of the year, September, November, and of course a devaluation in the US dollar, and we could get a hyper rally in silver in there. So we'll be looking out for that. Already managed to break from $24 into the 30s, so a good early sign there. Cooling labour market boost rate cuts hopes. Key jobs I report, that's for tomorrow, of course. The number of Americans filing for first-time unemployment benefits rose by more than anticipated last week, climbing 229,000, up from an upwardly revised total of 221,000 in the prior week, ahead of economists' forecast of 220, so 9,000 above that mark. Now, as you guys know, that the interest rates are designed to trade off employment for lower inflation. So that's been taking a lot longer to do, but it's starting to happen. We can see that now in the data. The latest sign of cooling in the labour market followed similar data earlier, with private payrolls and job openings falling short of estimates, because we covered that the other day. Friday sees the release of the widely watched monthly payrolls report, with economists expecting the US economy to have added 185,000 jobs, a modest uptick from the prior month. Bets on the global rate cuts are picking up steam after the European Central Bank delivered its first cuts on Thursday. Traders have ramped up bets that the Fed will cut rates by 25 basis points in September. That's kind of the earliest at the moment we're expecting it. All right, so that's kind of cool. That is the stock market and I guess economic news. Let's get into the crypto. Crypto there is actually holding up pretty strong. We're over 70,000 on Bitcoin, so that's got to be good. 70,813, down 0.5%. Bitcoin dominance has gone up to 52%, so we're over 52% again. And Ethereum there down 1.5%, $83,809. And of course, BNB, the star lately, has still up 1.6%. Over $700 is BNB at $710. And of course, that bodes well for our BNB Mafia game that we are participating in. So very, very cool. We can see that most of the market is kind of down just very slightly, maybe 1 or 2 percentage points. And but Tron and Matic are up today. Pretty cool. We can see that most of the memes are down except for Floki's. Floki's up 3.44%. Apart from that, that is pretty much it across the markets. Now, we do have a bit of crypto news as well. So crypto news there. Crypto exchange Kraken is eyeing up a $100 million pre-IPO raise. And of course, we know the SEC has been after them as well. But Kraken there doing a big raise. Top exchange and discussions for a final funding round before going public. So a pretty big deal there. Kraken is looking to raise around $100 million ahead of initial IPO. And of course, people familiar with the matter suggest that Kraken could conclude the funding round by the end of the year. So this is all part of the maturing of crypto market, right? That's why we're still relatively early, right? Pretty cool. That's pretty much it. Now, obviously, the SEC sued them last year as well, alleging co-mingling client assets with corporate funds, operating unregistered securities exchange. Now, we saw a lot of that with was it Terra Luna and all that sort of stuff. So not ring fencing funds for particularly based on their service agreements, right? So that could be really bad. So I don't know, question mark over that. That is pretty much it. Let's jump over to zoom in on the markets and of course zoom in on Bitcoin itself. So at the moment we've got the 200-day moving average in yellow, 50-day moving average in yellow moving up, and let's get rid of that. And we've got the blue line there, the 200-day moving average. So it's all moving up to the right. We like that. And of course, we got $66,526 is the 50 EMA, 56,346 is the blue line, and we continue to go up, right? Continue to go up. Now we're 9 minutes into a new day, so we've got a brand new candle. Yesterday we got a high of 71,804, so far. We're at 71,650 on the high so far, and we're pretty much around just around that at the moment. So kind of cool. In fact, looking good. That leads us into Bitcoin runes. Obviously, first time for have meme coins really on Bitcoin, so a big deal. This is, you don't want to miss this theme. It's a mega theme for sure. And of course, at the moment, we've got a bit of a profit taking after a huge rally for many days in a row. So it's a bit of a profit taking. In other words, a bit of easy entry to get in. We've got Dog Go to the Moon is down 11% today, 11.6 sats, so not too bad. And of course, we've got Ryzik there down 8%. Pups down 10%, Bank of Nakamoto dollar down 20%, and that's the one that's looking to try and do some sort of stable coin there. It's going to be interesting to see that play out. Epic is up 2%, so nice to see that. Lower the Wolf Pup, another one that I really like, that is down 13% today at 4.17 cents. Had a really nice rally on that. That's just, a bit of profit taking after that big rally. Decentralized, one of the Ethereum teams on Bitcoin, down 14% at just below 4 sats. Satoshi Nakamoto is down 17% as well. So we see a couple of themes, right? We're seeing sort of dog coins, seeing cat coins. We're seeing personality coins like Satoshi Nakamoto. There's some of the themes there going on. And we've got lots of more, I guess, niche players. We've got Runes X Bitcoin up 17% still, so that's doing pretty good. You can see there is definitely opportunities. It's super early in Runes. So it's going to be fun to see this all play out over the bull market. Yeah, pretty nicely. You can see quite a few. Zybit, one of the big teams as well, up almost 10% at the moment. What else is heaps of them? Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump's going to have a nice mega theme running on the election, so I think that's probably a nice pickup. There are other Trump tokens, but this is the leader at the moment, number 17. And the market cap's still relatively low, right? 12.2 million. Speculative, but man, I think the narrative's sitting there up 8%, so some good ones there. Meme economics, rune number 7 on there. That's down slightly as well, so lots of ones to pick up. Let's jump through some of these. Pizza delivery, people kind of like that. It's up 16%. Yeah, and you have to do your, due diligence on each of the teams. But definitely lots of opportunities in the space here. All right, that is pretty much it. And those are the runes. They're kind of like the PRC ERC20s on Bitcoin. But of course, we've also got the NFT collections, right? So these, we can see the top ones at the moment. Oh, Evil Lord, there's taken number 1 spot there based on 24-hour volume. That's a new one. I haven't seen it myself. Bitcoin Puppets, Ordinal Maxis. Frux is a recent one as well. That's gone on there. Runestone, of course, is the one that airdropped a dog token to holders. Node Monks has been around for a while. Blob there at number 7. Quantum Cat's number 8. Pizza Ninjas number 9. The Royals number 10. Now this is Magic Eden, so this is the number 1 DEX, as it were, for runes, and but actually the Unisat, which is probably number 2 market if I remember rightly, that is actually having their airdrop today of Pizza. So Pizza was given free to people that interact with the Unisat. So that's the second biggest DEX, and that's happening today. So that'll be pretty fun. Look forward to that. It's not going to be on the Runes protocol. It's going to be on the BRC20, which is kind of like the 1.0, right? Runes is like 2.0 in terms of trading, etching coins on top of Bitcoin. Satoshis, BRC is like, 1.0. So it was last year's technology. Still trading, pretty well. So that's pretty much it for Magic Eden and on Bitcoin. Moving us to Dog. Of course, you can see on the chart here, Dog's really come down to test this here. There were 2 scenarios, all right? 2 scenarios is one that would get a breakout on Bybit. We didn't get a breakout on Bybit. We got pretty close. We got up to 9800th of a penny, but we still have not got to the penny yet on Dog. Dog is kind of dragging all the rest of the runes up as well. It's kind of that the star of the show. And of course, reached number, number 7 on the meme list. I think it's back down to number 8 at the moment. So it's come back and tested this support line here on the Angular, and it's come back to 7,300. That's just done that just now. This is a 4-hourly candle. So if we go to the hourly candle, you can see it's only just done that. Slipped down there. Let's come back and test the 7,300. And of course, we'll be looking for some sort of bounce eventually after the big rally, right? So let's go to the daily on this. You can see the daily had a huge run up. Look at that run up. So it's going to have some profit taking in it, right? And of course, here we are back down here. Now, we're still waiting for, even though we've had Bybit listed tier 1, still waiting for a lot of the other top tier ones. They are talking about runes, posting information out. We're talking about, the Krakens, the Qcoins, the Crypto.coms, the Coinbases, the Binance of the worlds. So they are talking about them, and of course, Dog is leading the way there. So once they start listing, it's going to be up and away again, right? So good time to get in here at the moment on the old Dog, which you can get on Magic Eden or on Gate.io or on Bybit, etc., or on Unisat. There's lots of markets there, decentralized and centralized. So that's it at the moment. Let's get into Ethereum. Ethereum here as well, and let's get rid of some of these here. So Ethereum at the moment, we've got the 50-day in yellow. That is moving up as well, $3,478, and we got the EMA on the 200 is 2,975, heading towards 3K on the blue line. So looking very good again. And of course, we're distancing ourselves from the Bitcoin halving, which has been how many days since then? It's been 48 days we're currently in, so 48 days. And of course, we're almost getting out of that volatility period that we've seen in previous halvings on the Bitcoin, and we're about to go, potentially go ballistic. And of course, only September has traditionally been a down, a consistent down month. So if we can get, a pickup in June, July, August, maybe a down month in September, and then a super bull month in October, and then maybe November is exciting too. We get a good positive election result there with the old Trump winning, get freedom defended, and maybe we have a good Christmas rally as well. So we've got $3,800 on the old Ethereum at the moment, and of course we have not hit the previous all-time high, right, 4,900. So that's still ahead of us for Ethereum. We've got the Ethereum ETFs going to open up a ton of capital coming into the market with the multiplier effect for that as well. We could even see, depending on whose argument you see, could even see some Bitcoin funds flowing through to Ethereum as well. Certainly underplayed there. So keep a lookout for that. That's Ethereum. BNB, of course, had the big breakout. So super, super nice. A little zigzag position here, and away it went. Big time. Went from $600 to $700, looking really, really good. And of course, yesterday we had a high of $725. Currently at 706 at the moment. So BNB looking very good, which leads us into BNB Mafia. So let's play the BNB Mafia theme. I'll be back in a second. Let's have a look at that. One moment. All right, let's get back into that. So that is a little promo for BNB Mafia. Of course, Mafia BNB is on the breakout, so that means that the Vault is going up in value as well. Pretty bullish. We've got a couple of comments there from Brennan about the old Dog on runes. Dog tested the trend line exactly as predicted. And of course, cooling off our daily RSI, says Brennan, yeah, after the big rally, absolutely. We got Surely Fortress announced that. Hello, Superman. How are you? Very good. Thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. We got Drippy in the house as well. Yo, good to see you. And nice clip. Yeah, that was from a community member. He's been in the chat before. I've forgotten his name, but really great little clip there around BNB Mafia. Now, we've got B&B Mafia at the moment, 13 crime families. There was 14, but one of them, I think, was Jacob, the founder, testing some stuff out. So we actually have 13 crime families at the moment. 331 live players, and we've got 77.73 B&B in the game at the moment. So if you guys want to join up and play, I do encourage you. We are, supporting this game as we go through. We're going to have a lot of fun playing it, but also we are co-hosting the number one family on Discord, as well as Archie's hosting on Telegram. And of course, that is we're going to have fun and playing the game, and also potentially earn some really good crypto on the way. You can't be too bad, can it? It is basically a play to pay kind of a protocol, so it's going to be fun, and it's going to be not just on B&B but also on Pulsechain. So B&B Mafia is obviously pre-launch phase, and of course Pulsechain Mafia coming up on the 14th of June. So that's going to have a snapshot taken soon too, and it's going to, if you got TRH, you'll be and other tokens around the ecosystem, you'll be getting a snapshot for that. What else there? Surely Fortune says they must be Italian. Yeah. There's lots of Italians in this game. Lots of Italians. Now, players, obviously, players, you can see the players list on the first page. Pretty simple there. That's the players list. We've got the families. I'm not going to go too much into this particularly today. We've got all the families there at the moment, 13 families. You can see the top ones at the moment. The Syndicate, number 1. The Original Gangsters, number 2. The Milganeos at number 3. Cosa Nostra at number 4. And the Yakuza from Japan in number 5. They're the current ones that got a share of the vaults. You can see in green, and from 30% all the way down to 10% of the payout, and they get 10% of the vault every week. So it is pretty fierce there. There's already a lot of pre-game antics, and the game hasn't actually launched yet, but it's launching. There's pre-game phases of launch. The next one is going to be the NFT crates or NFT drops. So the crates possibly could have a lot of game assets and things like that in them. And of course, people that had those on the B&B sacrifice for TYZZ would have got that during the sacrifice period. So that's going to be dropped soon. So it's going to be pretty interesting. And of course, was supposed to be today, but apparently is delayed 24 hours. So thanks to Archie for that update. You can find that in the, I think it's in the Pulsechain chat and Discord. And so the crate drop, which is phase number 5, it's a pre-launch phase. That is going to be 24 hours delayed. So coming in tomorrow from the looks of it. Anyway, so yeah, there's the rest of the families: Peaky Blinders, Cartel, Illuminati, OG Escobars, OG Sopranos, Salvation Army, Mafia, and the Untouchables. They're all on the same page. It's nice actually they've changed that. It's kind of cool. The Vault, of course, is what all the families are after playing. It's currently $55,000 in there at the moment, 77.73 BNB. And of course, people are going to be after that. Now, the game at this stage is not going to be starting until it reaches 500 BNB. But that will probably be boosted by the NFT crates in 24 hours or so. So it's going to be something to look out for. Phase number 5. That's a pre-launch phase before the game starts. What else are we going to say about that? You can buy Mafia, of course. The contract is 4111. There's a 4.7% buy tax and a 16.6% sell tax. That goes all into the vault for the prize pool. And of course, you do probably have to have a slippage of say 5% and 20% respectively for that to buy and sell. And the price is pretty attractive at the moment. I think it's just under 7,000, so a good entry on that too. It's about half the sacrifice price. Not bad. All right, so that is that. Now we're going to get into Pulsechain updates. So that was a bit of just an overview of Mafia. We're going to get into Pulsechain updates in a minute. We've got Tin Top in the house there. What's up? Excellent. I couldn't actually quite do that. My throat was a bit dry there, Tin Top, so I apologize. I've got to get that right. All right, so let's get into Pulsechain. Richard Hart, of course. We've got no stream today. Richard Hart here posted this out yesterday. Remember yesterday we did Pulsechain, the green pump day, I think it was, something like that. Richard Hart commented on that. Bitcoin and crypto often have this trait where the majority of gains happen in just a few days spread over the year, which is true. Today, for instance, is quite a green day on some coins. And of course, he's talking about Pulsechain there. And of course, you can see it was all green yesterday. Pulsechain up about 13%, Inc up 25%, Pulsex up 20% almost, and Hex up about 17-18%. It was a pretty good day yesterday. And we had lots of people come out of the woodwork. leaving comments on yesterday's video. So it's nice to see, when the green comes back, so do the people. This is the way it goes, right? Green candles. All right, so that was kind of bullish there from Richard. And of course, Richard had something else to say too about SEC. SEC, another violation from the SEC. So the SEC have been hammered in the courts quite regularly these days. SEC just got sued for violating the FOIA. So there we go, another hit on the SEC there. So there we go. Let's get into the results though for day 391 on Pulsechain. So after yesterday's big move, we have got a little bit of profit taking today with the market, sort of, what do you call it? Bit of profit taking, bit of sideways movement, depending on the asset. We got quadruple 0543 on Pulse, 54% of the mean sacrifice price. We got Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0238, down 7.3%. We've got just under 24% of the mean sacrifice price. The buy and burn though likes the volumes. Yesterday the volumes got back into the mid 20s, 23 million or something on the volume. So we had 886, almost 887 billion Pulsex has been bought up and burned now. Those volumes definitely help get the buy and burn going. 4.38% of the total supply is now gone forever. We've got incentive token there at $2.88 with the ratio at 53,000 on Pulse. So that ratio is very, very confidence building the way it's been staying up. And it is, but it is because Pulse is down 4.65% and the ratio is down about 2,000 Pulse or so. We're down 8.8% today. The supply sitting at 33.7 just about million incentive tokens, of course, from the V1 Pulsex farms. Hex on Pulse is, or PHEX is down 6.5%, sitting at a 71/100th of a penny, and EHEX there at 17/100th of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PX is sitting at just at 88/100th of a penny. So there we go, not bad there. So that's day 391. Let's check out the charts quickly. We're going to look at the weekly here. So we had a big pump. Oh, this is a daily, sorry. We had a big pump 4 days in a row, green candles. Got a big pump here to 5,700, just down to 5,400 at the moment. So very bullish sign. I mean, this is very bullish. We're sitting around about the 50 mark on the RSI on the daily. So looking pretty good. We zoom out a little bit here. Let's go full mode here. We can see that this kind of Pulsechain since the beginning. It is, let me just scroll there. That's Pulsechain since the beginning. Give you a big context. And yeah, we were really bottoming out here quite a long time. So nice to see a big rebound. So this just goes to show you, if you see this really low, good place to accumulate once it's sort of done the stash. Break down this angular support, so it was going to continue to go down most likely, and that's what it did. And now we've had a big rebound here, so it's pretty cool. Whereabouts are we at the moment? So we're above 5,000, so that's really psychologically good, which is this sort of this line here. And where else? So maybe we're targeting 62, 6,300 next, somewhere in like that. Could be a good play. Let's have a look at Pulsex. Pulsex on the daily as well. Similar looking chart. Not quite so green, but we've had a much better chart on this. So let's go to the full chart here. And let's bring that in for Pulsex. That's the full Pulsex chart there. Now the Pulsex is even more bullish, right? And why not? I mean, we've got almost 5% of the supply getting burned, and here, look at this. I mean, we've kept this angular support here, even better than Pulse. We've got higher lows, so Pulsex is looking good, folks. That is looking good. I think this chart's kind of undeniable. And look what we're getting about. We're zooming in. See this yellow line? This yellow line is the 13-day. This blue line is the 34 days. So 13 days is like almost 2 weeks. 34 days, just over a month. And we're about to get a cross here. That's a bullish cross, by the way. We get the yellow line crossing the blue line. So you can sort of see it back here. It doesn't always play out, but most of the time. And that played out very well. Look at that. So we're getting pretty close to that too. And we're holding this upward trend. And the RSI there is back at 50. Looking at the weekly on Pulsex. Let's have a look at that. The weekly. That's the weekly. And the RSI's got plenty of room to move. Look at that. Look at that. So really good clues, right? Blues clues, as we call them. So that Pulsex is looking good. Yeah, I'm liking it. All right, Brennan, are you there? Get in the chat and let us know what you think. Now we've got Harvey Diaz in the house there, 40% pump tomorrow. I like it, Harvey. Yeah, we'll be looking out for that. But definitely the charts are looking good. All right, very, very cool. Yeah, and we might have on the weekly, we might have a very short-lived here. It's separated. But man, that might close out pretty quickly with a couple of green days, particularly if we get a 40%, like Harvey's indicating there. So I think Pulsex is looking very good indeed, and still really, really cheap. So lots of upside. So yeah, could make some mad gains. Okay, incentive token there at the moment, $2.88, but the ratio to Pulse, pretty interesting. And of course, if Pulse and Pulsex go up a lot, then incentive token is going to really rally in terms of US dollars, and the ratio is looking very good here at 53,000. Look at this zone here. Look at that. Woo, 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 woo. Looks pretty amazing, and of course, a pump to the upside could be massive gains on the old incentive token there. $2.88 at the moment. So kind of cool. Let's go to the weekly here and have a look at the weekly on incentive. That is the weekly candles. Look at that. Whoa, looking very, very good indeed. And with the way Pulse and Pulsex are, man, the upside's got to be pretty crazy good. And particularly once we break 71,000, man, away or up and away, who knows where it could go. But you're talking about, 4 or 5 X's or something like that. Could be massive on this one. So keep a lookout. All right, Hex on Pulsechain. Now, this has probably been the weakest one. Let's see here. We've got 71/100th of a penny. Definitely bounced from the low zone. And as I said, just keep accumulating in this zone underneath the orange bar. There's a very strong accumulation. Still good value above it, but that's particularly good value below 1 cent on the Hex on Pulse. And the RSI there just chilling off the bottom. So looking very good indeed. The volumes you pick up at the moment. I know some people have been accumulating some volumes down here on the retail level and loving this, right? They're loving. They can see the upside could be pretty huge, especially if we're Pulse and Pulsex start rallying to the upside. And Hex is going to go up. Sometimes they swap around which one's going to lead, and of course we don't know. At any particular time, the magic outride could affect all of them, or could in particular target just one of them. So look out for that too. Let's go into the weekly there for PHEX or Hex on Pulsechain, and look at that. So nice one there. And I think Brennan was saying in the chart that if we get to 60% retrace, we could get back up to I think it was 1.3 cents. Was it Brennan? I think it was somewhere like that. Or was it 1.6? I can't remember now, but it was somewhere in the zone here. So lots of potential upside for that. That would be how much? Let's say somewhere in the middle, 1.3 on the low side, at 90% on the 1.6, talking about 120% there. So that's sitting for PX. But like I say, once we get to combined price EX and PX, I mean, it could be some mad gains in there too once we get over 3 cents combined. So EX there at the moment, 1600th of a penny. It's done pretty well. Went to 1800th of a penny yesterday, almost 1900th. And of course, massive upside to 17th of a penny where the BankX wall is. So lots of upside there. From where we are now, that would be approximately 330%. Not bad, eh? Now, what do we say? Is that 100 years of interest in the bank, something like that? So there we are, looking pretty good. Now, the combined price EHEX and PHEX here on InvestX.io are still very much in the accumulation zone. So we're still very much, look at that. I mean, such good value for the upside. And that's kind of where we're at the moment. Like I say, once we get over 3 cents combined, this thing could really start to run away as the old Hex there in the right conditions, which looks like we're setting up for, right? So looking good. Let's go back to the charts there on day 391. We'll have a quick look at gas prices. Very low gwei today, or beats 242,000. We've got half a penny for a Pulsex swap, 300th of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 900th of a penny for a PRC twin transfer. So very cheap today. This is back to where we used to be, right? Used to be around this beats level quite a while. 10 gwei on Ethereum at the moment, but we're still 2,900 times cheaper than Ethereum. You can see a swap on Uniswap would be up to around about $13 up to, but only half a penny on Pulsex. So really great place to do business. And of course, Vela's at the moment 1.56 trillion staked away. And of course, that's locked. That's pretty much, we've had that almost 2 weeks now. And of course, what I would say about that is that Pulse is so cheap at the moment, you could become a solo validator very, very cheaply there. Easier to do. So something food for thought there for passive income. And if the price starts to eventually rally up as we're expecting, mad gains. We've got about 110 million today. So I think we're just below yesterday. We were over 110, I think it was yesterday. Maybe down about 600K or so, but still holding up pretty nicely there. ETH at 31.7 million. And DAI as well, 31 as well. Now, obviously, this is going to, if ETH and all that runs away, as we're expecting, this is going to go up just from the ETH component. And of course, EHEX will probably start going up as well on that basis. And of course, the wrap Bitcoin will start going up too. So those three all dynamically linked to the general crypto market. And of course, yeah, looking pretty good there. All right, I think that was it. Yeah, let's jump away. So that's day 391. We're obviously we've just started day 392. How about that? Just as we went back there, day 392 is in the house. Let me just get back into some of these comments before we move on to all the rest of the tickers. Brendan says, RH ecosystem looking prime for a pump. Yeah, I think so. And I think the chart's looking pretty compelling as I just laid out some of the evidence for that. What else? I have no idea what Wiki's saying, so we're going to bypass that. Let's go to Brendan. Says 60% level is 1.7 cents of PX. There we go. I said 1.6, so at the top of the range, so 1.7. Nice one there, Brendan. Thanks for that. All right. Yeah, dog has dumped. Yeah, good opportunity on runes to pick up the cheaper dog on the pullback after the massive run up. And of course, that target of 1.2, 1.3 cents for a dog on runes. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go into the derivatives. These are all the derivatives of Hex, right? Hedron, Icosa, all the Maximus products, Base, Trio, Lucky, Dicky, Maxi. And of course, they're all negative today, obviously, with the Hex pullback. Excuse me. I don't know what that was, but just coughed myself. We've got stable coins at the moment. Let's see here. What do we got going? Nothing. Well, XDC is a stable coin, just below $1 at the moment, but it's up a little bit. The ones we want to look at, though, LUSD. That's pretty flat today. And of course, the PDI. PDI at the moment, 5700th of a penny, down almost 10%, along with USDC, USD Tether. So it has been a nice little rebound for those, but just cooling off today. They might turn around later on today. Who knows? So we'll see. Watch out for that. The influencer coins, they're all negative. The worst of them is Access Alive, which was up quite strong yesterday. That's down 12% to $19,000. That's pretty much it on the influencer coins. Always a chance to pick up some opportunities in some of those, I guess, when the markets are down. Let's have a look at Pulsechain overall. So we're at $17.8 million in volume during a weekday. So it's kind of on the weak side, right? We want to definitely between 25 and 40 million on a weekday, but 17.8. Transactions are down quite a bit. Normally we've been over 300,000. We're down at 257,000 overall. So 17.8 million in volume. We've got PulseX is making up almost 14.7 million on that. 9mm is making 1.5 million. Now 9mm has been performing very well, right? The 9mm ticker. I mean, you can see at the moment it's 20 cents. It's up 36%. The 9mm has been doing very well. The actual ticker for the DEX. 9-inch at the moment is $1 million of volume. So that's not too bad. What's the best performer there? Well, XXL from what's 2 days ago, isn't it? Still up, but I don't know what that's a bit weird, that sort of pair. Anyway, they've got a couple others there doing okay. Spock Swap, how much is that? That is 398,000. So it's not too bad either. Those are kind of the four big DEXs there. Let's jump over to overall though and check out what is hot, what is not. We've obviously got the Solid XL there doing pretty well. I'm going to move past that though. The Pico, was this the one that Somi was talking about yesterday? Got some little, some sort of characters there. I'm not sure if that's Chinese or what, but that's sitting at 2,600th of a penny, 48%. I think someone else was telling us in the Discord that this is one of Somi. Somi had talked about this. Looking pretty good on the 4 hourly. Let's go to the hourly here. Yeah, let's go back to the 4 hourly. You can see that's still looking pretty good. 120,000 liquidity, 1.9 million market cap. How is the charts? Well, it's got lots of rockets on it. Let's see here. Where's the here is the quick intel. Honeypot, no. Renounced ownership, unknown. You have to check that, of course. And what's the total supply? Let's have a quick look at this one. Have a look at the total supply of Pika. Was it 7.4 billion in Pika tokens? 753 holders. And how many? What's how many? So it's kind of whales holding 0.5 percentage points. There's 1.38% in this one. So that, I don't know if that's whose wallet that is, but that is where the breakdown is. Doing pretty well. What else we got going? UFO from PDTC team. That's up 2.66%. I mean, not many gains at all. There's hardly anything's gaining today. Gophers is up again, 1.72%. Milk there's up. NBC, HOA, so another Tangang one from the looks of it, 0.5%. So not a lot happening after yesterday's big pump. 9mm's got to be the standout. That is the DEX coin, up 36%. So, good news there, right? Good news. This is the daily. We can see the last 2 days, a very, very good bounce there for 9mm. So I think many of you, if you had used 9mm, if you provide liquidity trading, whatever, you would have got airdrops some 9mm tokens. So maybe if you haven't checked, maybe you should check your wallet. If you have played over on 9mm, you may have got some of those. But up 36%, nice little bounce there. It's done a little quiet launch, right? A little quiet launch there, and it's delivered services, and now is performing pretty well. And it's sitting at number 2, as we said, with the volume is 1.5 million out of the total of 17.8 million today. So not too bad. Let's see what else we got going. Brendan says not too sure what Wookie is saying either. Super, says Brendan. Indeed. Dog hit 7,300. Come on, man, says Wookie. Yeah, Wookie gets his inspiration from Joe Biden. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get the vet. The dog is sick. Yeah, indeed. No, it's a bit of just profit taking on the after the big rally that we've had. Get the vet to check Wookie as well. Yeah, indeed. Big Kahuna in the house there. Hi, okay, Big Kahuna. Hope you're doing well. We're not doing a stream today, as you can see. They do have some great biscuits, says Wookie. You like the dog biscuits? Is that what you're talking about? All right, so that is pretty much it on that. Let's quickly check the old Hex. Hexy. Well, we haven't had Hex on Ethereum lately, have we? It hasn't updated for many, many days. I guess one would have to go to Hex Info to check it out because Crispy Man's on top of all that. But we do have the results for the day 391 on the Pulsechain, 6th of June. We got the price there down 5.9% after a big update, of course, the day before, 18%. What's the payout? So the payout is 7.293 today for day 391 of Pulsechain. And that's a very good payout, isn't it? There must be some nice penalties. Share rate is also up today, 33 Hex per T-share, sitting at 34,470 is the now share rate for Hex, part of the secret source of Hex, of course. The T-shares are up 11,300, sitting just below 9.4 million T-shares at the moment. And, of course, that's the ownership pool. Looking at the reward pool, yeah, big penalties today, 6.4 million. Yeah, baby. We had quite a few modest days, and now we've got a big payoff, 6.4. So there's now 68.5 million in the payout pool today. So congratulations if you're mining Hex on Pulsechain. Nice little payday. Liquid holders up modestly today, only 4. Miners down 11. We're sitting at 123,767 miners on the old Pulsechain. Hex.com, check it out. Links in the video description. You can buy Hex and mine Hex on both Pulsechain and Ethereum. There we go. And of course, these are some of the rates there at the moment. All right, that is that. We're up to 42 minutes. Not too bad. That's pretty much the news today. And of course, we're not streaming today. So I don't know how that all happened, but magically, it's amazing. It just happened. We streamed regardless. What else there? Very chewy. The dog biscuits, I'm sure they are. Quite chewy there. All right, yeah, if you want to find out more content, more information about projects and stuff like that, we have multiple people posting in our Discord. And, of course, you can get in there today. The link's in the video description. Only $5 a month to join the Pulsechain Hex Discord. And, of course, it's only 16 cents a day. Pretty good value. Helps keeps the spammers out as well. And, of course, you get great information, great early intel. And, of course, lots of people in the chat there. You can chat away with some really good, great people in there. If you want to join our strategy club, that's $35 a month. It's multi-chain opportunities. One of the examples we've been talking about is runes on Bitcoin. You can't miss the meme theme on Bitcoin for the first time, first bull market. That's just a no-brainer, right? No-brainer. Two big things combining there. So it's kind of easy stuff. And that is the link. Yeah, you can use Wookie's link to join up the strategy club today. Absolutely. Or just the Pulsechain one. Either you decide. There we go. Nice one there, Wookie. All right, we're going to play out. Should we play out a song today? It's been a little while since we played a song. We'll play the good old Scott Harris Hex Go. I hope you guys enjoyed it today. And I'll catch you again tomorrow. Very cool. Hey, I look like I'll probably have an interview with a team coming up next week. So I'm going to organize that. Haven't done it yet, but I'll try and organize that. It's not going to be on Pulsechain. It's going to be on Ethereum. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. The variety of content there coming up with which I think is going to be a pretty good project team. So stay tuned for that. All right, take care. Bye for now.
It's fun to watch Hex pumping up the charts. It's left behind all kinds of broken hearts who didn't buy the dip, who didn't DCA. And now that we're on a rip, it's hard to look away. Now I'm not the one to hand out free advice, but as for me, I wouldn't dare think twice about buying a bag, since we're still somewhat down. This rocket ship's about to break the speed of sound. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Now, I'll tip my hat to everyone who minds. You're getting paid out while you're killing time. It makes room for a nice vacation to the beach, perhaps a celebration now that you are rich. Ha ha! Ignore the haters who all called you crazy. You studied hard while they were being lazy. Now you're packing bags, about to take a ride up on that rocket ship, mooned up and starry-eyed. I feel these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Now that we're summer bound and the sun is bright, I see that it's not round but rather has 6 sides. It's a work of art that's written into code, designed by Richard Hart to make our bags explode. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. Yeah, we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco.